We just spoke with Bethany McLean about the challenges that students and educators have faced post-pandemic, from the quarantines to kids then falling behind following extended periods of remote learning and staffing shortages. There have been plenty of difficulties to navigate. Now, data kind of puts that into quantified terms, showing the average score on the ACT just fell to a new 30-year low. It's actually the 6th consecutive year of declines. Let's get some insight on the state of education and the impact this could have on the workforce over time with Arne Duncan, former U.S. Secretary of Education and managing partner of Emerson Collective, and also Sal Khan, founder and CEO of the Khan Academy, a nonprofit educational organization. Welcome to both of you. Really appreciate your time. Secretary Duncan, let me just start by asking one question, which is, are ACT scores going down because they're optional now? What's the tail and what's the dog here?
Well, first of all, thanks for having us. I'm a huge fan of Sal's. We're going to do some work together. So, no, whether it's the ACT, whether it's other metrics, by every measure, our education system is declining and our children are performing more and more poorly. So we don't need, it's like a crisis. We don't need another wake-up call. We need to do some things very, very differently. And we can get into the conversation, but let me just start by saying we have to make learning the constant and time the variable in education. And historically, time has been the constant and learning has been the variable. And we have so many children who are so far behind. If they need more help after school, they need to be in school on Saturdays, weekends, over the summers. We have to have that kind of flexibility. One-size-fits-all mentality isn't fitting much of anyone. It wasn't before. And post the pandemic, post-COVID, we have to think very differently. What's right for every single individual student? How many need 5 meals a week? How many need 10 meals a week? How many need 15 meals a week? How many need extra help in terms of their mental health? We have to think differently as adults to meet our kids where they are and help them go to where they need to go.
Secretary Duncan, one of the things that has, I guess, arisen in the public discourse in recent years is that the culture wars have gotten into questions of the school curriculum. And my question for you is, isn't there a reasonable role, an important role even, for parents and their elective officials to play in determining not only what is taught, but how it is taught and what is read and when it is read in figuring out what should be in a school curriculum? Don't parents and their elected officials have a role to play here?
They absolutely do, and I'm always going to be the biggest proponent you can find for parent empowerment. But I want parents empowered not because of fear, not because we're trying to scare them, but out of hope and being very transparent with them where their children are. So let me just give you a couple concrete examples. The vast majority of parents think their children are performing at grade level, usually 80 to 90%. Across the country, it's often 20 to 30%. There's a massive disconnect between how children are actually doing in terms of reading skills, math skills, and what parents think. We've been lying to parents. We got to tell them the truth where they are, and then we got to partner with parents. Parents are always going to be our children's first teachers, and always going to be the most important teachers. We got to empower parents and work with them to help their children be successful. And that's what I think parents are looking for, is honest, transparent information. And let's work together, all of us as adults, to get their children where they need to be. For me, if you drop out of high school, you basically have no good options. And some form of higher education has to be the form for every high school graduate. 4-year university, 2-year community college, trade, technical vocational training, whatever it might be. That's what we need to unite behind with parents and other leaders.